Well, good morning, everyone. Steve Murray here with Insurance Agency Marketing Services. Thank you for joining us here on a bright and early on a Tuesday morning. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Looking forward to a great webinar today. We are going to talk about Social Security claiming. We're going to drop through the first five or six really important um, schematics for best choosing your Social Security, kind of the top things that would be helpful for you to know when you're dealing with your clients. We'll talk a little bit about ways to expand that knowledge to be even more knowledgeable and increase your expertise beyond the basic information. And then we'll also talk a little bit today about how to take that knowledge and use it to help your clients, use it to grow your client base via referral, via seminars, and via radio. So a lot of good stuff here today. Our guest speaker is Dave Pimper. Dave is the president of Lazarus Coaching. He's also a top producer with us. He coaches regularly and now exclusively with IAMS on various subjects. And today we're going to talk about, as I mentioned earlier, Social Security claiming, may get into a little bit of Retirement Boss Radio and Social Security seminars as well, as they're kind of germane to the topic of how do you meet people with your expertise around Social Security claiming. So we're going to go probably in total about 45 minutes. I'm going to try and get through in about 5 or 6 minutes some basic things that we offer here at IAMS that can help you grow your business. I'll start with, I think, a program that number of you have already taken advantage of, and just based on the folks that I see here, I'm thinking that there's probably a few of you that can still take advantage of it. It's our new producer builders program. So in your first 180 days of appointment with IAMS, you can take advantage of any one of these level opportunities to grow your business. You can see it's everything from cash to a little vacation getaway, but most of them are built very specifically around sales and marketing that can help you grow your business. So what I would say here is that if there's something that you're doing now that you'd like us to contribute toward, we're certainly open to that. If at the end of today's webinar you say, hey, I really want to do radio, really want to do seminars, then maybe we can find a way to help you more specifically around that as well. Really, our goal is the same as yours. We want to increase your business, find ways for you to meet new people. There's just a number of things there on the screen before you, things that we do on a regular basis to help with that. We also have a great refer producer program. So if you know of someone that can benefit from what we do here, colleague, shift them on over, give us their name. We'll call them if they indeed do decide to get appointed with us and do business. We're going to pay you a bonus when they get appointed, but the real benefit comes as an ongoing bonus that we pay you based on the business that they do. That doesn't come out of their pocket. We pay that out of our advertising budget, but it adds up to some pretty big numbers. So I hope you'll take advantage of referring a colleague. Marketing reimbursement is another great program that we have. It's probably more common to some of our competitors, but when you do business, money goes in your marketing reimbursement account. It doesn't matter whether it's life insurance, annuities, long-term care, med sup, what have you. All sales get you marketing reimbursement, and once you get into where you've got a balance there, you can use that balance to offset any of your marketing expenses on a dollar for dollar basis. So we basically double the value of your marketing dollars with that marketing reimbursement program. Again, those are two programs that we send out the biggest checks on for sure. Many of you already use Firelight applications. Congratulations. Most carriers on the annuity side use Firelight as their e-app solution. What we did here at IAMS, and our timing was good, it was right before the pandemic, we built on our system a single sign-on for Firelight applications. And the way that it works is quite simple. You can go onto our website, register for Firelight, and then all of the carriers that we handle that use Firelight, which is most, you can access from our website. So you don't have to go from website to website. Some of the other advantages of that are if you're doing one app or two applications on one client with two different carriers, you can do a little cut and paste, so you don't have to re-enter that information. If you're working between two separate carrier websites, certainly you can't do that. So there's for sure the ability to do e-apps and the adoption of e-apps has probably been the single greatest time saver that we have seen here at IAMS in the last couple of years. Companies handle e-apps much faster, 5-7 days quicker on average, and some carriers even faster than that. So if you're not doing e-apps, give that a shot. And the way to do that, if you want to get you go with our single sign-on, is just call your sales director, have them go to the website with you if you want, or you just go to the website yourself, go down to uh, eApp Solutions, go down to Firelight, register for Firelight, and it's about 2 minutes that it takes you to register. We'll check and make sure that you're appointed with carriers. If you are, then we'll approve that and we'll be off to the races. So you'll be good up and ready to go, and we can help you if you are not familiar with how to do Firelight and eApps. We can help you through that process. We've got a great advertising team. They do a fantastic job getting you in front of more clients in your area by using the magic, I call it, of digital advertising and taking advantage of some of the print advertising that they have already developed for others and branding it for you and helping you become more known. So the way to best access that, again, is call your sales director and have them walk you through some of the things that creative team can help you with. I get nothing but the best of compliments from all of our producers regarding what the advertising team does in terms of the quality of their output. We've got a software program that we have supported our agents on for about the last 16, 17 years now. It's called the Retirement Analyzer. If you look at the screen before you, you can see some of the questions you can answer and get an idea of the basic format of what a printout comes looking from the Retirement Analyzer. I recommend this for our producers kind of use with their A, B, and C clients to help them find out where they're at on their retirement journey, solidifies your relationship, uncovers sales opportunities. And what we do, if you're doing business with us, we take care of your monthly costs. We save you that $70 or $80 a month. They've got a great team of folks at Retirement Analyzer, Thomas Gold and Associates, that runs that. They can help you through the day-to-day stuff, but we've also got a couple people here, Marcus and Justin, that know the Retirement Analyzer product very well and can help you with that as well. If you are just getting rolling with us and you want to try out the Retirement Analyzer, you haven't done business with us yet, but you're on the cusp of doing some business, give us a call. Let us give you access to that so you can look at it, try it, run one on yourself, run one on your, one of your top clients who you already have that information on, just to see what it looks like. I think you'll be impressed and pleased with what it can do. And I know you'll be impressed and pleased with the fact that we take care of the cost for you. Want to make sure that you are all aware of our Top Producer Summit. So we're going to go down to the sanctuary at Kiowa Island. That's down in South Carolina, right on the coast, right on the beach. Very beautiful area. I had the pleasure of going there myself a few years back. Very stately. I guess that's probably the best way to describe that property. Right on the beach, beautiful rooms, beautiful golf courses, just a beautiful kind of a plantation level feel in terms of the grounds and how everything is set up, and like I said, just a very stately type of setup. So if you have interest in going, what you're going to find is it's not hard to qualify for. We've got an 18-month qualification. We're about 6 months in, so you got a full year yet to qualify. It takes 4.5 million credits. You get 1 credit for every dollar of annuity premium. You get 10 credits for every dollar of target premium. Actually, I think it's 11. So that we're trying to make it easy for you and your guests to qualify to join us at these Top Producer Summits. And so whatever we can do to help you, please let us know. How qualification, as I mentioned, runs through the end of this year. And we're going to go down to South Carolina for right before tax day, April 14th. We're going to stay there through the 18th. Many of our top producers, 20 of them, are also going to join us for a few extra days in the heart of Charleston at the Charleston Place. Again, a place I've had the pleasure of staying recently. Very beautiful location. Again, a very stately hotel. Great feel right in the heart of Charleston. Lots of great things to do. We're going to have a beautiful time across that whole Top Producer Summit. So we'd love to have you join us with that. Let's get on now. And I haven't talked much about Dave. I'm going to introduce Dave here in a second, but just to give you some background on Dave, as I mentioned, he's been with us and is a top producer and president of Lazarus Coaching. But when I talk about a top producer, I think it's important for you to know what that really means. It's not just production. Dave is a prolific producer, but he's also a very experienced producer. So he's been in the business now for over 41 years. He's done seminars in front of 555 to 560 groups. He has experience in radio that runs across at some level or another about 30 years of his career, 32, 33 years actually of his career, all the way from live half hour and hour shows to 5 minute into the market stuff to what we're doing right now, which is a pre-recorded hour-long show that is built all around gaining appointments. So does great coaching regarding Social Security. He's been doing it so long now that I don't think we can stump him on a question anymore around Social Security. We keep plenty of resources at his fingertips if he ever needs them, but Dave is really our primary resource regarding Social Security just because he knows it so well now. And we're going to talk about that right now. I'm going to turn it over to Dave Pimper, and he's going to walk you through, as I mentioned, some of the top 5 or 6 things that you need to know to help your clients to help many of your clients regarding Social Security, at least put you on the right path. And then we'll talk about some ways that you can increase that knowledge to a higher level of expertise, and also some ways that you can use that knowledge and expertise to grow your current business and to better serve your clients. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to the old coach, Mr. Dave Pimper. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Steve. How are you doing?
Good. You don't mind me calling you the old coach, do you?
No, because I am an old coach, literally. You're exactly right. Yeah, but someday you'll be there. Then you'll be the old FMO owner. Yeah.
I think I may already be there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, thank you, everybody. We got a good crowd with us today. Just want to learn about Social Security. This is going to take a half an hour. So at 20 to the hour, 20 till, we're going to be done. And so we'll answer any questions after that you have put in. Been in the business for this July will be 42 years, and I do a lot of marketing. In fact, I got a Social Security seminar tomorrow. I just got the numbers on it. I got 42 people signed up for tomorrow, and we've got 22 people signed up for on Thursday. So I'm pretty excited about that. That not everybody will come, but the cost of that workshop for those 2 nights was $2,750. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna get somewhere between 10 and 15 appointments at the minimum. Most likely out of those workshops. Social Security is a hot subject, complicated subject. Just not a lot of people really understand Social Security. What we're going to do today is just kind of run through a little bit of the background of Social Security and maybe how it can help you in your production. So this is from Sarah O'Brien with CNBC. This is taken word from the excerpt. It says most retirees get little advice or help on Social Security. A majority of older Americans get no professional advice about a key part of retirement planning, Social Security, even if they work with a financial advisor. It's interesting, isn't it? Even if they work with a financial advisor. So here's a test, and this test will give you an idea of kind of what your background is on Social Security. So take it with me, okay? So here we go. Here's the first question of this test. To maximize your monthly Social Security checks, at what age must you claim benefits? So to maximize your monthly Social Security checks, at what age must you claim benefits? So what age is that? Write it down. Come on, do 5 questions with me. The correct answer is not full retirement age. The correct answer is 70 for the one biggest check. It's age 70. Question 2, what's the earliest age you can receive survivor's benefits if you're not disabled? What's the earliest age you can receive survivor's benefits if you're not disabled? The answer is 60. That's the earliest age. Question 3, does your spouse need to receive benefits for you to qualify for spousal benefits? That's a good question. So to get spousal benefits, does your spouse need to receive their benefit first? Yes or no? Yes or no? They do. Number 4. Whoa! I gave you the answer. I didn't mean to do that. Can divorced spouses receive spousal benefits? Hopefully, you didn't read that. Can divorced spouses receive spousal benefits? Yeah, the divorce can if 4 stipulations are met. This is the trick on this question. You've got to guess 2 of the 4 stipulations. What has to line up? The stars and moons have to line up. If you get 2 of the 4, I'm going to give it to you. Write them down. If 4 stipulations are met. So here it is. The very first thing is that the marriage had to last at least 10 years. Okay? 10 years. The second thing is unmarried. Your spouse can be married X, but not you. Third thing is this X is at least 62 and the divorce was 2 years ago or longer. If that's the case, you can use your spouse as if you're still married to them for Social Security. And the reason that's important, because spousal benefits are more abundant than single benefits. And then lastly, are you eligible for survivor's benefits if you're divorced? Are you eligible for survivor's benefits if you are divorced? Yay or nay? Darn right you are. And those 4 stipulations have to come into play, which I'm giving those to you because we went over them last slide. Yeah, so how'd you do on that? You know, they're really they're not tricky questions. I got them all right, but only 1 in 300 seniors could do it. Really, 1 in only 25, 30 advisors could probably get all those questions right. Maybe not even that many. That's why we coach. And so here's what happens with IAMS. IAMS is the FMO. I'm a coach. I coach for IAMS. I get compensated for coaching from IAMS, and they put me on a little stipend if you're working with me. Nothing to do with your hierarchy. And I'm a producer, so I'm out there pounding the pavement like every single person probably that's on this webinar with us today. But Social Security is powerful. It's powerful because so few people really understand it. Once you really understand it, it gives you insight that average financial advisor, insurance agent absolutely does not have. Okay? So how important is Social Security? It's darn important. 59% of all retirees count their Social Security benefit to be their major source of income. Not a source of income, but the major source of income. Over retirement plans, over personal savings, over pensions. This comes from Jana Heron from USA Today a couple, 3 years ago. Listen carefully. Doing this one thing with your Social Security could mean losing $100,000 in retirement, $100,000 in retirement. Bullet point 1, how much does claiming Social Security at the wrong time cost you? Bullet point 2, retirees will lose an average of $111,000 in income per household over their lifetime. Why? Because they took Social Security benefits at the wrong time. And number 4, only 4% of retirees took Social Security at the financially optimal age. Well, how wild is that? That means 96% did not. Kind of a stroll down memory lane with Social Security started in 1935 by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. 65 was, in the beginning, was the only age you could take. In 1961, that age was reduced to 62. It's a reduction of your benefit if you take early. And actually, it was in 1983 where the benefit over a 10-year time period went up from 65 to there's 66 for full retirement age to 67. That's the highest now. Taxation started in 83, more taxation in 93 to make above certain levels. 1975 was the first time COLA was introduced. And as you know, COLA has gone up a bunch. Inflation has gone up. What's the COLA this year for 2023? What's the COLA? 8.7. You're exactly right. 8.7%. Third highest ever since COLA's been out, since 75. Last year was 5.9%. The Bipartisan Budget Act, we hear about Social Security changing all the time. No, it doesn't change all the time. Full retirement age changes each year. Stair steps up 2 months each year. You've got a change in COLA each year, but besides that, there's only big changes every 7 to 10 years. 2015 was the last time. Phasing out of Social Security, coordinating benefits of file to spend. There still is restricted application until the end of the year. So when you look at Social Security 101, I mean, if you just know this slide, you know more than half the people in the United States. There's important ages or dates for Social Security. Everything starts with the full retirement age. When you get your full benefit or 100% of your benefit or your normal benefit, they're all synonyms. Those are ages from 66 to 67, depending on when you were born. If you're born from 1943 before, from 1943 to 54, 66 is your full retirement age. I was born in 55 at 66 years and 2 months. If I was born in 56, it'd be 4 months. Stair steps up 2 months to 1960 or later, 67. Newborn born today, 67. Simple. You get your full benefit at full retirement age. If you take earlier than that, you can take as early as 62. The earlier you take it, the more the discount. Depending on when you're born again, if you take it 62, you're discounted anywhere from 25 to 30%. If you wait later than full retirement age, big deal. Now it goes up substantially, 8% a year. You throw COLA on top of that. Just to give you an idea, I got a pretty good benefit, been a pretty good wage earner my entire life. I had a $3,000 FRA, full retirement benefit, at 66 years and 2 months. You know what? I let it grow a year. Well, it was 5.9% plus your guaranteed delayed retirement credits of 8%. 8 plus 5.9, 13.9%. On $3,000, it grew $400. $400 waiting for 1 year. $400 the rest of my life. This year I did it again. I'm getting another 8%. Now I'm getting 8.7. So 16.7 on top. It's going to grow $500. In 2 years, Dave Pemper's Social Security benefit grew $900 because I elected not to take it. Pretty big deal. And you're thinking, well, gosh, what if you die tomorrow, Dave? Well, you know what? Then my wife gets that full benefit. Amy, are you here? Probably hoping for that, aren't you? Yeah. So it's a big deal. If you delay, it grows. So those are 3 ages or dates. It all starts with full retirement age. You get your full benefit. You take early. You can take as early as 62. It's discounted each year. The earlier you take it, the more it is. Can't take earlier than 62. You don't have to take it 70. We lose the benefit. So it's ridiculous, stupidity not to take it 70. Okay. That's Social Security 101. That's how it works. Can Social Security have a huge value? Darn right it is. If you claim at your right time, not the right time, not a right time, but claiming at your right time, and then living long enough to be able to collect the benefit. There's $2.8 trillion in the trust fund. $2.8 trillion. What do they buy? What do they buy in the trust fund? Special issue treasury bonds. How many bonds do you think are in there right now? How much dollars worth? Very little. The government borrows, sells those out, or borrows against those bonds, and they give an IOU from the U.S. government. That's why some people say this is a Ponzi scheme because there's nothing that backs Social Security. So when you hear Social Security is going broke, what they really should be saying is the Social Security Trust Fund is going broke. And is that true? How many people here think the Social Security Trust Fund is going broke? Well, you know what? It is. It's going broke if it continues like it is. In 12 or 13 years, in 2034, 35, the trust fund will run out of money. Last time that happened was 1983. What would happen if the trust fund goes broke? Well, say that you're getting a $2,000 benefit and there's no more money in the trust fund. Social Security Trust Fund, gone. Would you get any income coming in or get nothing? You're right. It's a pay-as-you-go system. 6.2% payroll tax. 6.2, that's your employer pays. That 12.4%, that funds Social Security. That approximately $1.1 trillion of revenue coming in from payroll taxation funds, and it has always met the amount that needed to pay on out. Last year, 2022, it ran a decrease, first time since 1983, a decrease in the Social Security Trust Fund. And that's a little earlier than the pundits thought, but you know why it ran a decrease last year? Yeah, pandemic. Almost forgot about that, didn't we? The pandemic, there's so many people quit their jobs, got furloughed, got laid off, got fired. said, the old Johnny Paycheck, take this job and shove it. Now, a lot of them are coming back into the marketplace and the workplace, but it ran a $56 billion decrease last year. Started taking from the trust fund. Still 2.85 trillion dollars. Trillion. Remember, trillion is a lot of dollars. Yeah. Okay. If you got questions, absolutely type them on in. To shore up Social Security, yeah, they're either going to tax more or they're going to raise the age, one of the two. Tax more or raise the age. So it is a pay-as-you-go system. It is funded by payroll taxes, and it's not a Ponzi scheme. If it was a Ponzi scheme, people wouldn't get, Ponzi schemes don't last for 85 years. They last until they get caught. So how do you figure out your Social Security benefit? Well, you need 40 work credits, or called quarters of coverage, called that you need this year. You got to, if you make $1,640, you're going to get a work credit, and you need 4 of those is the maximum you can get each year. So what happens is that $1,640, if you get 4 of those, then you have to make at least $6,560. $6,560 gives you 4 credits. Those credits go up with inflation each year, but you got to work 10 years to get those. If you don't work 10 years, you're not going to get them. How about if you got 39 credits? Do you get a partial payment, or full payment, or nothing? You get nothing. They take your 35 highest inflation adjusted years. I probably really knew Social Security. I thought they probably took like pensions, your best 3 or 5, and they figured out, no. They take your 35 highest inflation adjusted years. And don't forget, 2023, it's 8.7% is what the COLA is. Now, if you got a question, type it in. I'll be more than happy to go in and to answer that question for you. FRA, full retirement age. Yeah, if you're born from 43 to 54, it's 66. I was born in 55. You had 2 months. If you're born in 56, 4 months. Born in 57, 6 months. You add up to 12 months, you get to 67. That's the highest FRA can be. A newborn born today in the local hospital for Social Security, that newborn's full retirement age is 67. Okay? I think what happens is that just people get confused on a lot of stuff. Here, this is what I told you about. If you take Social Security early, it's going to be discounted. Now it's about 5% a year. It's discounted. If you wait later, it's going to grow 8%. Everything but the first year at 67, it grows 8% a year, guaranteed. You throw COLA on top of that. Now remember, you're going to get COLA anyway. You don't get the full COLA until you reach the age of 62. If you're 55, you're 45, you're 35 here, it's called AIME, AIME. That's the figuration and the calculation of how to get your Social Security benefit. You're going to get a portion of that raise, but not all of it. 62, you get every single bit of it. So let's talk about spousal benefits. So all Social Security is a government guaranteed annuity, isn't it? That is an income stream for life. But it has a lot of different benefits that a commercial annuity will not have, and one of those is a spousal benefit. So let's say Dave's primary insurance amount, that's the amount at full retirement age, is $2,400. Amy's primary insurance amount, PIA, at FRA full retirement age is $1,000. So both are, say they're both at 66, and they're both going to take their benefit. Dave gets $2,400. Amy has an option. She can take hers, or she can take half of the spouse, whichever is higher. She has the option. Of course, it's going to take the option of the higher benefit. Is this done automatically, or do you have to ask for it? You know what? God, this is done automatically. It's called the deeming rule. It didn't always used to be this way, but after the Bipartisan Budget Act of 2015, yeah, you're going to automatically get the higher benefit of the two. Okay? Even if you want to take the lower benefit, you're going to deem to get the higher benefit. So that's the spousal benefit. Any question on that? Type them in. The Social Security survivor's benefit. Yeah. I mean, my wife always says none of us gets out of here alive. We all die physically. Maybe not spiritually, but we're goners at some time in the future. Every single one of us. We'll call it a day. But who normally dies first, the guy or the gal? Yeah, the guy does. 75% of the time. You know, I did a lot of study, a lot of research on this. Not that I'm a doctor, but you know why that is? And you know what I found out? Because the guy elects to die early. It's a joke, 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 joke. Dave's benefits 2,000. Amy's benefits at 1,200. Dave dies. Amy has the option. She can keep her benefit, drop Dave's. She can take Dave's benefit, drop hers. She can't take both benefits. So what does she do? You darn right. She drops hers and takes Dave's, saves her $800. It's automatic, or do you have to ask for it? Nope, this one you have to ask for. Also, which caused some problems for the first year and file when the Bipartisan Budget Act when it came out, because they did away in 6 months with file and suspend, but there still is file and suspend with survivors' benefits. A lot of people don't know that. So let's just say that this is the scenario, and let's say that Dave dies and Amy's 60. You can take a survivor's benefit as early as 60 at a 28.5% discount. Makes no difference what your FRA is, what your full retirement age is. It's just a 28.5% discount. You only get 71.5%. But you could take the widow's benefit and let years grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And if it grows more than the $2,000 benefit, yeah, then you turn it on. You could actually take the widow's benefit, or excuse me, your benefit, and let the widow's benefit grows, but it doesn't grow the delayed retirement credit. So at full retirement age, you need to take it. So there's different ways to file and suspend your benefit, which is pretty darn cool for the surviving spouse. Of course, gender neutral, but mostly it's the woman. Yep, Social Security has divorce spouse benefits. Same as being married. Remember the 4 stipulations? The marriage had to last 10 years or longer. What's interesting about this is it is consecutive years as long. Let's say you divorce, and it's this year. It's February 2023. As long as you get married again in 2024, they'll count the time you're married and add it together. If it's after the year after, if it's after that year, nope, they won't count it. Kind of a goofy rule. So marriage lasted 10 years. You have to be currently unmarried, whoever's taking the benefit, not the ex. X has to be at least 62. Divorce was 2 years ago or longer. All those things add up. Boom. You can go in and act just as if your spouse is still married to you. Coordinating spousal benefits. I'm not going to spend much time on this, but it's found, suspended, and restricted with the 2 coordinating spousal benefits. There's only one now. And it's only good till the end of the year. They phased it out in 2016 for 8 years, and it will sunset out December 31st of 2023. But there's still 10 months left that you could do this. I ran into a couple last year. But you must be born for January 2nd, 1954. So you got to be 69 years and a month old, at least 69 years and a month old, and under 70, of course. So here's what happens is Dave is 69 years and 1 month. Amy has taken her benefit of 1,000. Dave is going to let his grow the delayed retirement credits, which is 2/3 of 1% a year. So for 11 months, he might have 6.5 or 7% that his account is going to grow. If it's a $3,000 account, then it's going to go on in well, say he's been doing the 8%, but he can let that go. Well, what happens is at this time he can still reach out and take Amy's as a spousal benefit. That's interesting. Half of 1,000 is 500. So for 11 months he could take $500, which is $5,500. It's free money. Now, this is phasing out, so we don't run across this much anymore. I'll keep the slide in until the year is done, but you're not going to run into it much, but it's called restricted. You're restricting application to the spousal benefit. Don't forget, there's 3 ways you can learn Social Security. And I'll tell you right now, no other FMO has the different kind of ways, but you can do it through 2 of the marketings that IAMS has, and I work with them on this. IAMS pays for the coaching. A Social Security seminar pays for the coaching. Social Security seminar pays for the coaching. They coach you up with 3 sessions. IAMS pays me to coach you up 3 sessions. That's how I make money from coaching, one of the ways. The cost is $2,750. You're guaranteed 35 signups. Like right now, between the 2 nights, I've got 64 signups. We're doing good, and we've had people with hundreds of, well over 100 signups. So, Social Security seminars, people need to be educated because Social Security Administration can't. Second thing is Retirement Boss Radio. I have a radio show. It's an hour show. It's recorded. Normally costs $3,000-$4,000 for your area, all in with everything, the call center and so forth. But last week I got 3 appointments from that. And the third way is just, hey, I don't need marketing, but I want to learn Social Security. So then you just go on in and pay me $800 and you get 4 sessions, but you can use me anytime that you want to. For all 3 of those, if you use me, kind of use me, don't abuse me, but I'm available for any kind of questions that you have. Those are the 3 ways. So what can Social Security personnel do and can't do? They can give your highest individual benefit. So what's my benefit at 62? What's my benefit at full retirement age, 66 years and 2 months? What's my benefit at 70? What's my benefit if I wait to 67 years in 2 months? They can give a specific benefit. They cannot give you advice. They can't do that. Hey, if I were you, I'd do this. Have you thought about this? This is what I would do. We do that. They can't. It opens up the door tremendously for what we can do and how we can help people. Look at number D there, right from their program operational manual for Social Security. For the employees, provide enough information so that claimants can make informed choices, but do not give advice. Wow. I always say consider all your income streams before you claim Social Security. You know what? It's not a standalone income stream. It's not. I think in fact, it's the worst corporate water cooler talk there is. Hey, Dave, I took it 62 and you should too. Hey, Dave, I took it 70 and you should too. It's like saying, hey, Dave, I love the color violet and that should be your favorite color too. No, it's personal choice. I think it's flexible. You can turn it on anytime you want to, claiming at your right time. And when I think about break even, like my mom, she's still collecting my dad's survivor benefit. So the break even, it gets skewed if someone lives a long, long time. The 5 pillars of income, and I kind of go in and I do my fact finding from this. But I find out what their wages are, full and part time. If there's pensions, I found out any kind of income producing assets, 401ks, IRAs, through savings plans, SEP IRAs, simple IRAs, real estate. If there's any kind of alimony or child support coming on in, I get everything right there. RMDs are now 73, not 72, as they got changed by Secure Act 2.0 at the very end of December. And then Social Security. Social Security, it's a tremendous income source. Tremendous income source. So here's all the questions you got. When should I claim? Well, all kinds of benefits. But remember, there's things Social Security can't help you with, like personal health items, or what is your income producing assets? What are your expenses? That's something that we get into depth and we uncover assets to work with. Remember the 3 ways: seminar marketing, radio, or just I'm going to pay $800 and have Dave coach me. If you work that pre-retired crowd or just retired crowd, if you're working with people mostly between age 50 and 70 like I am, how can you not know Social Security? 59% of all Americans say Social Security is their major source of income. My gosh, that's important. So let me coach you up. I coach a lot of people. There's no saying that says procrastination is my sin. It brings me constant sorrow. I really shouldn't practice it. Perhaps I'll stop. Well, tomorrow never comes, does it? Don't let it happen to you. People who take action are normally the people who are the most successful. Steve Murray is going to put up a poll. if you'd like more information on Social Security, maybe how it could help your practice, or just knowing Social Security to give you more education to be a better advisor. And it certainly will help you in that pre-retired or just retired. Absolutely mark yes. I would think the majority of the people will. I talk for 15, 20 minutes with them, kind of see what they're doing. But the big thing here is becoming better at what we do and really understanding Social Security. If you're marketing to 20, 25, 30-year-olds, it's not a big deal because Social Security is so out of sight. Once a person turns 50, though, it's like, hey, I'm on the I'm on the last leg of my lap here. I mean, I better make sure everything's in order, including what? Social Security. And when they come on in, we uncover every 401k, dormant 401k, IRA, Roth IRA, SEP Simple, 403b, thrift savings plan, HR plans, all the different kind of retirement plans. Yeah, that's why they mark yes. So, an exciting subject. Very few people really working this subject, and it's an important one. And I'm going to hand it over to Steve and let him take it from there.
Thanks, Dave. Great presentation. It did generate up a few questions here. So some of them, there's a lot of folks that answered the questions that you asked during the event, which is great. We've got some people that have a pretty good knowledge level of Social Security already, but there are a couple of folks, and you talked a little bit about the process through which they can learn more about Social Security. Can you go over that in a little bit more in depth, what you do, how the coaching works, costs, things like that? I think we've got some folks that are just interested in the standalone Social Security training.
Yeah. So if I like being in front of people because that's how I make money. That's how I'm able to help people. If I'm not in front or on the phone, so I do a lot of marketing. In the seminar marketing, I've done over 555 public seminars since the early mid 80s. I've been very consistent at doing them. Nearly 100 of those are Social Security seminars. In fact, Steve, I got one tomorrow and one on Thursday, and I'm going to get 10 or 15 appointments. Out of that night, it's out at Elkhorn. Of course, that's the address of where your business is Elkhorn, the west part of Omaha, and get good net worth, in that area. But that's what we do, and if we do that, I go in and coach you up 3 coaching sessions at no cost to you. They're 45 minutes each. And if you know Social Security, you don't need that. But most people, even people that are got quite a bit of a background, they normally want to go through a session or two, just do the slides and familiar and make sure that they know what to say. All the slides have got language on it, so you can certainly, that helps a person kind of study and what to say. So it's covered by Social Security seminars. Cost is $2,750. We guarantee 35 signups. Okay. Second thing is Retirement Boss Radio. It's an hour-long show. We record that show also. We get the show notes. We have a co-host, and it's a process. And we've got a production team that goes in and edits and mixes, gets it ready for that hour on the radio station of your choice that's in your locale. And, Retirement Boss Radio, I mean, it generates 2 to 3 prospects almost every single weekend for me. I mean, I think I got 3 this last weekend. And of course, it's passive once it's recorded, and you just sit back and they call the call center. But Social Security is a big part of that. It's probably 25, maybe 30, 35% of all the business comes from the radio show from Social Security. But we coach you up there also 3 sessions. There's no cost to you. IAMS pays me. And the third way is you don't need marketing. You don't need to go in front of people, or just don't want to spend that money, or whatever it happens to be. But we can coach you up for $800 where you get 4 sessions from me and really get a grasp of Social Security. So hopefully that helps, Steve. I kind of wanted to walk through each one of those.
Yeah, that's very helpful, Dave. Thank you. Hopefully that answers your question. So next question is from William. He's wondering what the increase for IRMAA was this year. I'm guessing he means 2022.
Yeah, so what happens is IRMAA, you know, income, it's income related monthly income. So what happens on IRMA is that if you make above certain amounts, you're going to go on in and you're going to pay. You're going to go in and pay more because you're making more. And what happens is that IRMA, I know that last year it jumped from the 171 to 250, but it came down a little bit. So I mean, it's probably $240. But then there's another jump up to 300, another jump up to 400. If you make big money, that's always 2 years behind. So it's what you made 2 years ago. So it gets complicated, but higher income earning people, you have to normally make above, oh, I'm saying give or take around $200,000 for a married couple, then you're going to pay more for your Part B premium. So hopefully that helps.
Good. If there is another question regarding that, certainly don't hesitate to make an appointment with Dave. And I see most of you are, which is great. And some of you can ask. There are some more very specific questions about Social Security, and there's a couple of questions about what do we think the fate of Social Security is in general. I know you talked about that some, but there's been a lot of stuff in the news about wanting to decrease Social Security benefits, make benefits available at even a later retirement age. What do you think is going to happen there, Dave? Do you think there's much more impact to be happening on Social Security here over the next couple of years?
You know what? I hate when you said, "What is the fate?" That never sounds good, is it? What is the fate? Yeah. So yeah. You know what? Social Security's here to stay. They're not going to do anything to it. They're not going to take it away. They're not going to decrease it. You know what that would do, Steve? If they took Social Security away, 40% of all Americans would be belly up, flat broke in retirement. Nothing coming in and having no savings.
Wild.
None.
Isn't that crazy?
None. Crazy. Yeah. None. I just saw, and I'm not a big Susie Orman fan, but she did say a quote that I thought was interesting, which I find hard to believe. But she said, in American families today, that if a family had a $600 bill charge and they needed to come up with the cash, 64% of all American families could not do it. So
Scary.
how important is Social Security? Unbelievably important. Unbelievably. 70 million people. There's only 331 million in all the United States. 21% of all Americans are on a Social Security benefit. When you go to Walmart or you go to the show or you go to church, you just go look at 5 people, at least one are on there. That's including senior home and kindergarten classes. 1 out of every 5. You think they're going to pull that rug out or decrease that rug? No way. Are they going to find they're going to find some kind of a solution for this? 99.999% yes. Not concerned one bit. So what is the fate? I don't like that word fate, Steve. You know what? Social Security is here to stay. It's an extremely good, big, but extremely good government program, and you need to have your clients and prospects maximize their benefit. That's why we give the help.
Really, really good stuff, Dave. There are a couple people asking about slides, so I did send a chat message out. By the way, we're going to close that poll down in a second. There's a couple of you that have not yet voted. If you can vote, and don't be worried about putting a no. We'd love, if you want more information, you want to spend some time with Dave, that's great. But if not, that's okay too. But we've had a couple people asking about the opportunity to get these slides. I did send out a message. I don't know if you all noted it, but we don't make the slides available, but we do make a recording of this event available. And I'll show you here shortly where you can see that on our website, but it's pretty simple. You go to iamsinc.com, iamsinc.com. Simply go to our YouTube, the YouTube icon, and click on it, and you'll see probably 3 or 4 of our past Social Security claiming seminars will be recorded and available for you to review there. You can pick the most current one. This one will not be up there probably until, I guess, probably late tomorrow afternoon. So Dave, last time I looked at your Retirement Boss Radio website, your podcasts were no longer available on there. I've got a couple folks that want to hear how the
Oh,
radio show goes. Is it still on
okay.
there?
Well, I apologize. Yeah, I thought they were still on there, so I will look though, make sure that we can get to them. And yeah, if you go to www.retirementbossradio.com, then yeah, it should be on there. So I'll look and see why we wouldn't have them on there then. So I'll get that updated, Steve.
Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, looks like I think we've got everybody that wants to vote has voted. Dave, is there anything you want to say as we close out? I don't see any questions that we haven't already touched upon.
No, I tell you what, a lot of advisors just don't understand that Social Security is a powerful, powerful knowledge source for an advisor. A lot of advisors don't do it because it is complicated, but I can help you with that. I can coach you through, mentor you through. I mean, there's a great book to read. We can take coaching. I mean, you're going to know a lot more than before you did, but it sets you apart from the average Edward Jones or Merrill Lynch, Morgan Stanley, MetLife, Prudential, Northwestern Mutual. I mean, Edward Jones, none of those guys know Social Security. About one, maybe 25 or 30. You can stand apart, and it's just a great prospecting tool. So, we would love you to mark yes on that poll, and hopefully I'll talk to a lot of you, and we can give you some insight and see if there's a fit there to get coached up so you can start really understanding and using Social Security with your prospects and clients.
Great stuff as always, Dave. If you were unable to vote, or if you did vote and it was a no and you want to change it to yes, or if you just want to chat, give us a call here at the office. It's 800-255-5055. I'm going to show you all now on our website where you can go and review. There we go. There's our YouTube channel. So you just go to our website, go back a second, and just click on the YouTube icon. And you'll find we hang all of our recorded events out there. I'm trying to see when the last Social Security one was. May have passed it already. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we had one that we did just 3 days ago. You can certainly tune in and listen to that one. I'm not sure I didn't do that one by myself, though, Dave.
You know what I did, Steve? I just jumped on the website. Yeah, it's live. My last one was done February 11th, and it's live on there. So it is all updated. Yep.
Well, let's go and have a look at that. And just so again, it's www.retirementbossradio.com.
Yep.
There we go. Oh, I put retirement radio. That's not going to work.
Nope.
And we'll take a quick look at that and show you at the bottom.
If you pop
there we go.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
There they are.
So, and I'm trying to see if the person that was looking for that is still on with us here today. But if you need the Retirement Boss Radio, if you want to have a listen to a radio show, you can see Dave's got going back quite a ways here. If you want to go back and listen to a number of shows, you can do that, or go back in time. But what you'll find when you listen to these, and these are half-hour segments, 2 half-hour segments go together to create that hour-long segment. And Dave, you are on every Sunday at what time here?
12 o'clock on KFAB.
Yep. High noon for an hour show. And so you can hear how that sounds. What you'll find if you listen to that is that about every 15 minutes, Dave does a pretty definite call to action where he says, hey, if you have some interest in blah, 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 give us a call here right now. And when you call, the individual calls, they're going to get the answering service is going to make an appointment. And that's how you gain appointments. And Dave, right now from radio, you're getting what, 2 to 3 appointments per week?
Yeah,
or more or less?
Minimum. I would say minimum. Yeah. You know what? Is there a very, doesn't happen very often, but where I don't get an appointment, there is. And there's times where I get 5, 6 appointments in a week, there is, but not very often. 2, 3. That's my average. I want 10 appointments or more. If I get 10 appointments or more, my return on investment is good, very good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's a great way to advertise. A lot of people don't even think about radio, but the ads, a 20-second ad, a 50-minute ad, they don't work. They just don't. I'm telling you right now, it's branding more than anything. I want appointments, and that's what this does for people.
You bet. And people know you around here because of that. But if you want to listen to that, you'll find if you listen to 1 half-hour segment, I will be very surprised if you can find 1/2 hour segment that doesn't involve a call to action regarding Social Security claiming. So really great way to help folks. There's a lot of people that have interest in that. There's a lot of people that are going to spend some time with you just to talk about Social Security. Question arose, what about training in the 20s? So we do the seminars. You get the seminars for $27.50. That includes Dave's seminar. That also includes the training. So there's no extra cost for the Social Security training because it's included in that. And then every time you want to do a seminar, which I recommend you do 1 to 2 seminars a month right now in Social Security, the cost is $2,750. You're going to be sitting in front of between 20 to 40 people probably over those 2 days of your seminar, and you're going to get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 appointments, and then the opportunity to do business and make money is going to follow from that. Very cost effective and efficient way to get in front of clients. And if there's a way, if we can walk through an opportunity where we can work and partner together with the team here at IAMS, we'll get you together with Dave and we'll help take care of even more of the cost of that. So if you have interest in Social Security seminars, Retirement Boss Radio, please let us know. We'd love to work with you, find a way to make it as easy as possible for you to get started on the road to these proven generators of clientele and generators of annuity premiums. So give us a call here at the office. That number again is 800-255-5055. If you would like, you can ask for me. My name is Steve Murray. If I need to put you in touch with Dave regarding specifics around Social Security claiming or training or seminars or getting rolling, I can do that as well. Bottom line is we're here to help you at IAMS to grow your business. The only way that we advance our business is when we help you advance your business. So that's what we're about here at IAMS. So give us a call, 800-255-5055. Again, happy Valentine's Day. Have a great
happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
Oh, no.
I almost forgot about that. No, I didn't. I went and got Amy a little gift this morning. So I early, still the sun wasn't up, and so I didn't forget about it, but I forgot to tell everybody happy Valentine's Day. Have a good one today. Yeah, you bet.
All right. What'd you do? Get her donuts again?
No, got her some dark chocolate, some kind of chocolate she just loves. So Perfect. Anyway, so yeah, I'm on her good list today. So that's a good thing.
Not surprised.
Doesn't always happen. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about your marriage, Steve, but that doesn't always happen in my marriage, Oh gosh,
much information for these folks. So let's have a great day, great finish to our week. Look forward to chatting with you. Thank you again for joining us, everybody, and let's go. Let's have a great
Thanks, everybody.
You bet, Dave.
Okay,
Thank you,
bye.
everybody.
Bye.